Kevin.
I was just wondering, hearing the benefits of barefoot running, and these countries that have benefited from barefoot running forever, will we still keep a policy of recycling our old injury-prone stability shoes to those countries?
As long as they promise just to walk in. What a great, well, you know, we're trying to slow the Kenyans down.
We're sending them all to Nike so that they grind them up for courts.
Yeah, you know, he was right. Bibi Bikila won the 60 Olympics, but here's the story. He's a Kenyan runner, never used shoes. Never used shoes in his life. Came to Rome, I mean, they had cobblestones and all kinds of crap. Oh, you know, Adidas is going to sponsor you. They gave him a pair of shoes and they didn't fit. And he goes, if I get blisters, like I told Mario on your first race at Leadville, if I get blisters, I'm out. So he said, I forgo the shoes, I'm running barefoot. The guy won the race. He came back to 4 years later, won Mexico, and you know, wore a pair of minimalist Asics, I believe, or New Balance, one or the other. So anyhow, long story short, but I mean, his feet were as tough as leather, right? That's the same thing. If we go out in our baby skinned feet on that run that you were just talking about, and that's different if you've conditioned them over 2 years. That's, you know, I come from a country with you never wear shoes.
Well, let me follow up with a question, I guess. Do you think the average person here who's interested in learning how to change their style of running to a more natural style could do it quicker barefoot or with Newtons?
That's a good question.
I think you'd do it quicker with Newtons because you're less apprehensive. Because, like you said, women, you know, the lady who tried to walk down the hallway barefoot felt totally abnormal. Whereas, you know, at least the first thing you feel with the Newtons is you feel the lugs. If you feel the lugs, you can feel the ground, you know. So the idea is, I know for sure because I could take all of you in this room right now and I could teach you how to run in about 5 minutes. And you would be doing it. You just have to practice and break your old habit.
I think it's a combination. I think Danny's correct in terms of Newton really helping you into that position, but you know, I think it takes repetition and practice in order to achieve that, and I don't have anything against doing both. So.
And I'm gonna go against that entirely. I think I would
you?
I would go right straight into the bare feet kind of thing. And I think for me, and I think it's from a standpoint of when you have the climate that if you can do it at a climate, it's a proprioceptive piece. I think that it's the ability to feel. I think it's a little bit when you're trying to teach. There are some people like Danny who are probably great teachers because he's been able to do that. Trying to teach somebody to run lightly or to run quietly and things like that, and to get their mechanics, or if you're working with kids type of thing. I think, for me anyway, trying to go, because somebody asked me that too, would you go from a shoe to a minimalist, then to bare feet, or would you go from shoe to bare feet and then minimalist? I probably, as a piece of it, would go shoe to bare feet because I like the idea of the proprioceptive piece of things.
The mixing it up so that you can get accustomed to it and phase into the
It's really, you know,
system.
It's really adaptation, and Danny, who took us through good form running or natural running out in Boulder, I mean, he's right. Standing tall, shortening your stride, getting into a cadence, it's alignment, moving forward. Those principles exist, and you're right too. Running barefoot can propel that and you know, bring it on just as well, if not faster sometimes. So
just as a starter, I mean, that's what we do at all our running clinics. The first thing we do is, before we start anything, is I make everyone take their shoes off. And we do a couple of easy strides. And every single person has beautiful form. Serious. I mean, you were there. I mean, we run up and down we were in it's a beautiful turf field, and and we know nothing's on it, so let's run down and back. So everybody's kind of shocked at first as Newton running while we're taking our shoes off. It's like, this is part of the equation. It's that whole body kinematic, and it's, you snap to it. You snap to it when your shoes are off because you're neutral with gravity. You have the sensory input. let's say now let's run. Everybody just falls forward, arms come back, tilt forward, high K, and it's just there. It's just there. We all, I mean, it doesn't matter. We all do it. So as soon as you feel that, you go, oh, that's part of what it's about. Then you put the shoes on and you mimic that. It's harder to mimic that with a higher heel, I can tell you that.